Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today we've got a game between AbqaiqGuard and Slades here on Discord 4. In the top left-hand corner, it is the Red Terran player, AbqaiqGuard. Gonna call him Guard from now on, having no idea how to pronounce that first word. Abqaiq, perhaps? And in the bottom right, it is the Blue Protoss player, Slades. And now this is a patron edition of StarCraft 2, which means one of my subscribers to patreon.com/FalconPaladin at $10 a month sent me this replay, said this is my one submission of the month, as that is what I am allowed. I would like you to cast it, please. And I said, absolutely, thank you for supporting me, and let's do this thing. So that is the plan. That is the plan today. It's going to be PvT. I believe it's around the gold level if the initial loading information was correct. And sometimes it's not, right? Sometimes it tricks you. But we'll see. We'll see if we can figure this out in the early stages, how things are going. Got your pylon coming up. It's a fairly wide ramp. Is this a ladder map? I want to say this is a custom game. Do you think this is a custom game? Because I recognize this map. I do. I've played on this map before, but it's been a very, very long time. And I don't recall it being put back into the ladder pool at this point, because it hasn't been. Maybe it has. Maybe you guys are like, Falcon, it was put into the ladder pool 43 days ago. And I'm like, oh, right. Righto. All right, I'm going to search Discord. IV StarCraft. No, I don't want to type Stacy. Discord 4. Loading in the Wikia. So it is a 4-player map. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like I've played a 2v2 on this one before. Yeah, okay, so it's a 2v2 map. It was, like, back in Wings of Liberty days, this thing was part of the map pool, so it is old. So there's no way it's in the current ladder pool, right? Strategies, current ladder, oh, current ladder maps. Current ladder maps, 1v1, yeah, no. No, it's not back magically. Okay, so this is a custom game. It was throwing me real bad. Usually people send me their ladder stuff, but this one seems to be a 1v1 between friends, and especially considering that first line where somebody said, I hope this works, that seems to indicate that's what's going on. Seems to indicate that's what's going on here. All right, Cybercore on the way here from Slades. He already has a Zealot out, which Zealots are just bad. They're real bad in PvT, especially just because they are slow. They can't catch anything. They can't catch Marines. They can't catch Marauders. Sure, they hit hard, but only if your opponent is dumb enough to stand there and let you smack them in the face. Whoa, come at me, bro, says the Zealot. Leave me alone. That's fair. Is he the slowest unit? 315 move speed. Okay, so other than queens off creep, which are abominably slow, what else is slow? What else is a really slow unit? Marauders aren't that fast. Nice hack on that SCV, though. I'm going to chase him. The SCVs are definitely faster with a move speed of 394. Maybe even slow roaches, I think, are faster than that. So, yeah, Zealots, slow, hit hard. Very nice DPS for the amount of supply you have to tack into them. It's a very efficient unit that way. So, expanding is Slades. Not expanding is Guard right now, which could come back to bite him quite nicely. What else is going on? Oh, I did finish my PC build. Those of you who've been following the saga for the last 2 weeks are thinking, dang, Falcon, it took you 2 weeks to build a new PC. Yeah, because here are the lessons that I've learned. Number one, if you're going to upgrade your processor and other major parts of your computer, just build a new one. Just do it, especially if it's been 5 years, right? If it's been 5 years, tech has changed enough that you can't just slot a brand new processor into your old motherboard. It's not going to work. And once you have to buy that, then there's new RAM, and then there's new everything else, and it's just, It gets messy. So just plan to build a new PC. Use the PC Parts Picker website to make sure you're doing it right. There's your expansion from Mr. Guard. Oh, it is inside his main base. That's right. Oh, that's what it is. It's 2v2, and you spawn in the same little shared location with your opponent, or with your teammate, rather. With your opponent. That would suck. With your teammate. That's what it is. Derp. Herpa-derpa-derp. That's me derping. Anyway, back to the computer stuff. Lesson number 2 is, if you're going to try to restore a Windows 10 or like a Server 2016 volume from a backup to brand new hardware, just reinstall Windows. Just wipe it. Wipe the drive Windows was installed on. Install it fresh. And you'll be good to go. It really saves you time figuring out why Windows doesn't like this new hardware and trying to reactivate it, and it was taking too long. So I just wiped it and reinstalled from a thumb drive, and everything was cool. It was super, super cool. So those are the lessons that I learned. If you're planning on building a new PC after 5 years of your old one, just start over. Just start over. Maybe give your old one to your kids. I'm thinking about doing that, or possibly selling it. I have some plans. I have some plans for the old girl or boy. I don't know if I ever established the gender of my old computer. Anyways, is Warp Gate done? Yeah, Warp Gate's done, but these aren't Warp Gates yet. So Slades, man, I'm feeling silvery. I am feeling kind of silvery on this one, you guys. There it is. There is the Warp Gate opening. Pylons, pylons everywhere. Slades is not going to get supply blocked. He's 43 out of 70 available supply here. Making Marines, filling the bunker, making a lot of Marines. And getting a starport with a tech lab. Oh, canceling. Just kidding. That's not a tech lab. That's a reactor. That is a reactor, he says. So second base is done. It's 27 to 33 harvesters. Slades has a pretty nice lead. Pretty nice lead thus far, but it is an entirely gateway army. So what are the tricks in PvT if you want to move up? Is you can't stick on gateway units. I know they're good. I know they're not bad units, right? They're not horrible, like you want to skip them entirely. But once you get into the early mid-game against Terran, you better have something else. You better have Immortals. You better have Disruptors. You better have Storm. I really recommend Storm against someone who's going bio like this. As Fatman TV in his PPT says, Storm, Storm, wonderful Storm. I love Storm so much. That's not a direct quote, but man, does he like Storm, and he's pretty good with it too. Stargate, Stargate. All right, so Stargates are fine too. I'm just saying, you got to tech up to something besides what you can make out of this Warp Gate without getting additional buildings. So like High Templar and Dark Templar don't count. But Adept, Stalker, Sentry, Zealot, pretty good for the first 5, 6, 7 minutes. But beyond that, you're going to die if that's all you have. Just because Terran scales up so darn well with their upgrades. They really, really do. Marines and Marauders with 3-3 are so much better than Gateway units with 3-3. It's not even close. Not even close. So Guard's working on +1 infantry armor. He's got double medevac here. I think that means you need to be aggressive now. If you got the medevacs, it is time to go. Cannon coming up for Slades defensively. Another defensive cannon for Slades too. We're going to speed this up just a little bit because it's 7 minutes and nobody's really mounted a super attack on anybody else yet. So once we start moving across the minimap, as I assume it's going to happen, because it'd be one heck of a weird replay if everyone just sat on their side of the map and did nothing and then just called like a peace treaty or something like that. That'd be a really bad, really, really bad game. I wouldn't post that. Let's just say if that happened to me, because I don't watch these replays in advance, I would say, whoop, that's not going on the channel. Not that that's happened before. You're thinking, has that happened before? No. All right, Void Rays decide to move out, get some stuff done, being the first literal aggressors of this game other than a single SCV that scattered across the map about 5 minutes ago. +2 attacks on the way for Guard right now and getting stim. Oh, and at the same time, moving out with a lot of medevacs. Are you going to fly them or just walk there? Apparently just going to walk there. Scout out with the Void Rays. See, the thing is, the Protoss player does not know where his opponent is right now. Oh, no, he does. He sent a probe over here. So where was he going? I don't know. I'm just worried about the Protoss. I am worried that the Protoss is going to melt before this right now. These Void Rays might just have free reign here. There's tanks. There's a missile turret, but if you can burn down that missile turret, I think this turns into a base race real fast. Oh, I got a new mouse, too. I mentioned I was complaining about that previously. Got a new mouse. Goodbye, pylon. Oh, taking some cannon shots there. Yeah, I just really like Mr. Guard's ability to win this fight. Seems pretty strong. We're dancing. We're doing the dance. Phoenix trying to get shots off. Ooh, don't stim after it. Okay, so stimmed after it. Killed a probe that was hanging out at this gold base, I think possibly trying to expand. Void Rays need to be doing something right now. Void Rays out in the middle of the map, not helping with the defense, and also not putting aggression on your opponent. You are bad Void Rays. Bad Void Rays. Okay, they heard me. They're like, fine, Falcon. Jeez, we'll go for it, man. And the priority target here is apparently Engineering Bay, which it's not. Prismatic alignment down that missile turret. Get it. No. No. Okay. And they get first blood. All the SCVs running for their lives right now. Is there a turret at this base? There is. So there is a turret at this base. The tanks might die here. These two Void Rays are doing way more work than they ever possibly should. I like the tank production here from Guard, but he is queuing them up, which means he's putting money into the factory that he could be using elsewhere. Ah, expanding in the top right is Guard 2. Void Rays, no, kill the Marines. No, not into the bunker, no. Oh, sure, he'll fight the bunker, but not this single missile turret. Oh, and I got some Vikings out too. That's good. All right, lost more than he should there, but at least he didn't completely die to double Void Ray, which would be quite the embarrassing experience here. It's a boring existence, being in the infantry. Just hanging out. Waiting to get picked up and dropped somewhere. Waiting to engage. Oh, the Phoenix want to engage, that's for sure. Phoenix, by yourselves. I don't know about this. Well, they picked off a medevac. They could probably get another one if they're a little bit braver. Get it, get it. Got it. Nicely done. Didn't take much damage at all here. Oh, one of the Phoenix does die. The high ground to the low ground battle engaging right about now. Who's going to win this thing? The answer is I think Protoss has it. I think the high ground advantage was enough to negate what Guard had going, and he decides to head on back home. So we're going to speed it up because I feel like we're not going to see another engagement for a while. It is 42 to 29 total harvesters right now. Slades is up big time on the worker count. He's got his third base warping in. The third base by Guard is done, but he only has 29 workers for 3 bases, which means he's undersaturated on all of these for sure. Pylon hanging out here for Slades. Not sure exactly what he's planning on doing with that, but thus far he has done literally nothing. Oh, it's time to go. It's time to go, though. How are you going to get up there? And going around is real bad because tanks are covering this little valley so well. Thinking about it. He's really thinking about it. Is he waiting for Blink to be done? What is up? Oh, now the high ground situations have been reversed. This tank fire is so bad. Guardian Shield does go up, which is excellent news for the Slades, but the Marauders are just tearing down these Stalkers from the high ground, getting healed up by the medevacs. The tanks are unmolested and just wrecking these Stalkers. I said don't go through the valley. Oh, Sentry gets crushed. Okay, that was a shellacking by Mr. Guard here. Where are you going, Mr. Guard? Oh, already picking up some tanks. Bringing some tanks with him. Try to do a counterattack. That was such an incredible win. Such an incredible win. And got some Vikings, too, against those pesky Void Rays, of which there is one right now. So this looks like a pretty darn scary attack from Abqaiq right now. I mean, Guard. Trying to keep the name steady and consistent. Fleet Beacon on the way from Slades, though. Oh. Okay, where are you going to set up? Where are you going to... I don't know, but this medevac did not get the memo that they'd stopped and turned another way. A couple more Void Rays out. The Vikings really want to kill them. Okay, so landing up here in the production. I like this. Go, unload. You gotta unload, though. Vikings from distance sniping off them Void Rays so well. Wow. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, Twilight Council. Goodbye, Fleet Beacon, probably. The rest of the Stalkers come in here, but I don't think there's enough. Where'd your tank? Did your tank unload? Your tank is here. Tank needs to go in siege mode real fast right now. Tank, siege mode. Oh, there might be enough Stalkers getting that 360 surround, and the tank is not sieging up. Nope, tank's not sieging up, landing the Vikings because they do have that bonus damage buff against mechanical stuff, and there's a lot of Stalkers here, actually. No, just, you could do it. You can do it. Oh, this Terran drop is doing a lot of work right now, depowering both of the Stargates. And yeah, wins the battle, wins it quite nicely. Taking down pylons, depowering Forge, depowering Cybernetics core. He's trying to get rid of Artosis pylons, but Slades has done a pretty good job not letting most of his stuff get Artosis, I guess. Although 4 Warp Gates just did go down here. These Vikings, man, against these Stalkers, so good. And the number of medevacs remaining is real good, too. And this is mostly Marauder. Mostly Marauder tanks. So warping in Stalkers is not what you're going to be wanting here, especially because they have the +3 attack right now. So, no. Wait. No. Why are you going home? No, you had it. Oh, that hurts. That hurts my Zergy heart. That was it. That was game right there. Is the problem. He had enough Marauders to handle these +2/+1 Stalkers. Kill the main base, kill all the productions, and sure, there's money coming in for Slades, but he doesn't have the ability to make anything. Then you just win. But instead he said, 2 Stalkers, that's too much. He scans, doesn't see anything. Oh, all right, guard. Time to start making stuff. He's making liberators. He's making marauders. He's making marines. He needs additional barracks here, is what he needs. Barracks. So many barracks here at the 16-minute mark. If he's going for this bio thing, just can't spend his money fast enough based on how it's incoming. Although he only has one SCV working at this third base, which is not going to do well for him. Not even the teeniest or tiniest of bits. All right, so queuing up a bajillion void rays, a bajillion Vikings, Vias for Viking. Getting carriers up. He just had to repower these structures because they didn't actually die. Okay, the fleet beacon is still depowered, but don't need it to be actually powered in order to make the carrier. Dang, could this be a comeback for Mr. Guard? He was given a second chance at life. And it seems extremely possible that he's going to be able to pull this thing off. Well, at least he's making additional barracks. That's good. Mr. Guard. In the bottom left-hand corner, Slades has another base. He's doing really well in the economy thing. He's really only lost 15 probes, which, considering how much damage was done in his main, that's pretty good. That is pretty good stuff. It looks like he is transferring workers fairly well. Man, he's fully saturated on everything he can mine right now. Might as well expand again. This seems like a pretty good place. Or maybe over here is not bad too. Up on this high ground on the gold would be kind of interesting. The carrier's arrived yet? Carrier has arrived. No, I don't think carrier has arrived yet, but in production. I thought he was making 2 of them. Am I wrong? Was he making 2? Oh, they're queued up. Okay. That's what it is. That's what it is. Mothership being created to exactly where? Here at the third base location. Takes forever to make a mothership. What is it? 114 seconds. 114 in-game seconds to make that thing, which is an eternity. An eternity. Okay, speeding it up again. And that has really told Guard it's time to go. Time to go. Everybody load up in the medevacs. Everybody get inside. Tanks, you come too. This Viking count, though, even with your carriers, man. Even with your carriers. I don't know about this. So Pylon scouts this. Whether or not Slades was actually looking at the map when this happened, I don't know. Phoenix flying around this third base of Mr. Guard could possibly start to kill some stuff, but there's only 2 Phoenix, 1 for lifting and 1 for killing. Alright, so Slades base, this fourth base in the bottom left is going to die. There is literally no saving it right now. And by that I mean there's literally no saving it. If Guard decides to attack it, he could decide to save it though. Oh no, he's not sparing it. Look at all these cannons. Desperation cannons, come up before things go bad. He unloaded some of the stuff. And by that I mean what exactly here? 4 Marauders? He unloaded 4 Marauders with +3 attack. Carrier's heading up to attack this base. Wow, not even really trying to... I guess, again, can't defend it. This Viking count is too high. Way too high. No upgrades on them, but their distance plus their bonus damage they do versus armored is just mean. It's just mean. It's 8 damage more per shot if it's an armored unit. They fire pretty quick too, and the range is far. 9 range, attack speed, 1.43. Alright, so Carrier's destroying this top right-hand corner of AbqaiqGuard. Missile turret on the way, but missile turret's surprisingly bad against Carrier. Surprise on that one. But don't just let this missile turret destroy all your interceptors. Wow, missile turret guy. He's a hero. Look at him. Pew, 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 pew. Not missing with any of these shots. So darn impressive, the target firing on this dude. It's probably all computers, though. Let's not give him too much credit. So interceptors are getting killed, but not fast enough. And boo! Missile turret down. Meanwhile, big time engagement here. Mothership here, but the Vikings are not allowing the mothership to live for another 10 seconds. Absolutely not. Goodbye. Everything's cloaked. Tank fire. Yeah, that's a crushing by Guard right there. I think that's it. It's 136 to 57 total supply. These cannons are no match against essentially fully upgraded Marines, Marauders with stim, with medevacs here, depowering all this stuff. Look at him target firing pylons. I like that move. Really do like that move from him. Meanwhile, the carriers, focus down the carriers. Don't worry about the interceptors. Although if you can kill the interceptors this quickly as you are, I think you're going to be okay. And that's it. Slades with a good game. Mr. Guard is your winner here in 21 minutes and 39 seconds. Another repeat of that previous thing where Interceptors actually do kill a unit, but then that's all she wrote. Why are you still firing? Oh, I guess guard is still here? And then guard left. All right, so that was pretty good. I think guard could have won about 5-6 minutes ago. Got a little bit cautious. Ended up making a ton of Vikings, which I don't know that he knew he needed, but it turned out they were really, really useful. Fantastically useful. And then Slades just didn't get any splash damage, right? If you can go against this many Vikings, this many Marines and Marauders, you need Storm, you need Archons, you need Disruptors, you need something to do area damage rather than single target damage, which is what Carriers and Void Rays and everything else in cannons that Slades has was. So he'll get there. He'll figure it out one day. All right, so that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another patron edition of StarCraft II Legacy of the Void. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.